Hey, Aaron Shriver, Melodies and Memories Music Media. We're here with one of our personal favorites,
Yeah.
Roman Alexander,
What's up,
faux Midwesterner. So,
That's right.
Mr. Missouri, right?
Yeah, that's right.
St. Louis area or?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
So, are
Yeah.
you a Cardinals fan?
I'm a Cardinals fan personally.
I had my Cubs tattoo.
Yeah, I'm a Royals and a Cardinals. I'm a Missouri sports fan.
Yeah, dude. I love that.
If I had to choose, to be the Cards.
Yeah, I love that, man. So you're playing Hard Rock Stage later on today at CMA Fest. How many CMA Fests have you done, and how does it feel to be part of one of the country music's biggest weekends?
So this is technically my fourth CMA, but this is the first one I've actually had so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
Keeping you busy and
But
everything.
I have a buddy visiting from in town or out of town. He's the first time in Nashville, so I'm also playing tourists at the same time, bouncing him around. You know.
Hey, you're breaking them in, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I love it. So your new EP, Midwest Calling, comes out August 22nd. What stories are you trying to tell with this project? And I think I know what inspired the name, but tell me from your point of view what inspired the name.
Yeah, you know me well. I mean, the people say, like, in the notes it says it's an intimate EP. It's got a mixture of that, but it's really everything. I mean, you know my music well enough that you know I love Billy Currington, and you know I love Kenny Chesney and Keith
Big
Urban.
Elvis guy.
I'm a big Elvis guy. So I love the mix, still some of the inspiration in there. I'll never lose that, but I think a lot of the EP has some personal songs on there. I think Mama Smokes Cigarettes is pretty personal to me. Life Like's obviously pretty personal, but there's one called Country Dreamin' that's on there that's going to be really cool.
I like the name. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that leads me to my next question. The one-track fans are already buzzing about, and honestly, my personal favorite right now, Mama Smokes Cigarettes. I mean, the backstory behind that song, just let me know what it is, and it sounds deeply personal for you. I mean,
it's actually kind of funny, actually. So, when I was I was not in high school. I just graduated, and I was, like sometimes you go through those memento boxes where you're looking for childhood pictures.
Yeah.
Well, I found my childhood pictures, but in the bottom, it was my mom, and it was when she was younger, and she's finally going to let me show the picture, so I will post a picture eventually, like very soon when I come home. I'm going to go home this next month. So, but it was her smoking cigarettes when she was in high school, and I was like, I can't believe you got mad at me when you found my cigarettes, and now I found this picture. So I was telling the story to one of the co-writers, and a guy named McCoy Moore, who's a writer and artist now in Big Loud, and a guy named Josh London, who's a great writer.
Yeah.
And I told them the story, and next thing you know, they're like started messing around with stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Dude, just the vibe of that song, everything. I played it for my wife because me and her and I had our Marlboro Light days and stuff back in the day. I'm like, dude, one day the kids are going to hear this song. And
I still have my Marlboro Light days every once in a great while. Yeah,
you got to, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, you got a talent for blending catchy hooks with honest storytelling. And how do you approach songwriting when you're building an EP like this one? I mean, how do you kind of take it?
Man, I just let the writers do the thing. Okay. I have ideas when I come into a room. I have melodies sometimes. Sometimes it's vice versa. But for the most part, this town has got so many great writers in it. I just let the writers do their part. And I'm a writer, but at the end of the day, there's always better writers than I'll ever be. And so I try to surround myself with those people, and I let them do the work.
And sometimes that's the best way. I mean, two minds are better than one sometimes, so to come together.
Sometimes this town has so many great songs floating around that might never get cut. I'll cut an outside song.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to record every single song.
If it resonates with you, you can relate to it. Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. I don't need to write every single song.
No,
so
I agree. I agree, man. So your latest single, Life Like, is out now. Can you walk us through the story behind that song and the message you hope your listeners are taking from it?
Well, somebody's interviewing me earlier, and they had a really good way of saying it. They're like, Life Like is looking forward and reflecting on the past. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I mean, setting the course for my life, what I want in life, but also looking back and being like, man, I've come a long way from being a boy from Missouri. So it's been a long journey. I'm 10 years in, and I feel like I'm going to be the guy saying I'm 12 years in on a 10-year town, and maybe that's so. But it's been a long journey. Yeah. It's been a blessing.
Well, yeah, honestly, like we were talking a few minutes ago. It's been amazing watching at least the last 5 years of this journey to see your growth.
You've seen all sorts of stuff. You've seen the ups. You've seen the downs. You've seen the middle where things are stagnant. I mean, in that, I lost a record deal in there. So there was that. You know.
I mean, it's all growing points. It's all another ladder step. There's another step on the ladder. Growing up, and that brings me to the next one. From cocktail conversations to now, how do you think you've grown as a performer, a songwriter, and just as an artist in general?
Well, I have a mustache now. No, I mean, there's I think I looked at the pictures of me when I was younger too, from that time period, and I was like, man, I was such a kid, and my mindset was such a kid. I was thinking about chasing girls and drinking cocktails and driving fast cars, which is still fun to do. But I think I'm starting a period in my life where I'm on track, headed that course to eventually get married and start a family, maybe, and I want to set that up in life, and I want to be able to mature with my music. Yeah. So I'm just trying. I'm aging with my music.
I've seen a huge. When you talk about maturity, from cocktail conversations to now, like Mama Smoked Cigarettes and everything, the maturity that I've seen in your music has been amazing.
I still love playing cocktails. I love playing Between You and Me. I love bouncing around and playing all those, but I still want people to know me. My biggest song is arguably still on the first EP. Yeah. And I've been trying
it won't be by August.
We're trying to separate the gap a little bit, but you can't. You got to own it. You put that out. My name's on it, and I'm proud of it. So I still play it, but I just try to mature it a little bit, and I think I matured. So
no, you did. I've seen the growth, and honestly, I'm still in your corner. I'm going to be in your corner.
I appreciate
forever,
it, brother.
dude,
No, you've always been super good to me. We did a podcast a while back.
It's awesome, man.
Man, I feel like every EP, we're always in contact.
Yeah, dude. We'll have to keep on rolling with it. So with Midwest Calling on the rise and new music rolling out all summer, what's your biggest goal for the rest of this year, man?
I just want to, keep releasing music. There's a song on the EP I'm really excited about. It's my personal favorite on there. It's called Way Over You. Okay. And I think that right there is probably the one I'm looking the most forward to. I'm excited about all of them, but that one I think has a lot of potential.
I love that, man. Did I see somewhere you were working with David Nail for a little bit too? Another Missouri guy?
He's a Missouri boy.
Yeah.
He's a big Missouri Tigers fan. So, funny story about David. He had an Audi, and I was working at the Audi dealership back in 2017. Okay. So he would come into the Audi delership.
Yeah, we talked about that. You were cleaning cars, weren't you? Yeah, I remember that.
And I still piss him off because, and I love the guy. He's one of the most kind, sweet dudes. Real quiet, kind of shy, but man, when he likes you, he likes you. Yeah. And I've always looked up to him. I've always been a big David Nail fan. I used to see him live all the time.
He's amazing, dude. He can sing the hell out of it.
And he's a Missouri Tigers fan. So I'm like, you gotta like the guy. So he had a Cubs hat on his dash, but it wasn't a Cubs hat. Turns out it's a Cincinnati Reds hat, I think, or whatever, or it's a Cardinals hat maybe, but he has a C, which is not a typical logo. So I thought it was a Cubs hat. I was sitting on the dash, and I wrote a note to him when I was washing his car, way before he ever knew who I was, and I was like, if you're a real Cards fan, you wouldn't have this on your dash. He did not like that very much, I don't think, because I said it on the Mizzou podcast recently. I get a text message from him, and he's like, let me clarify again, it was not a Cubs hat. I was like, well, now I know what I'm going to send you for your birthday this year.
I know, I just saw him, and he talked about he loves Chicago, and I asked him about the Cubs. He's like, nope, not a Cubs fan. I was like, all right.
But he's a good guy. Yep. I do like him a lot, and I shared Lifelike, and he posted it on his story, and he's just a supporter.
Yeah, dude, I love that. I love to see the community, how you guys come together, especially local Midwestern guys, man. So, man, Roman, I appreciate you giving me some time today, dude. It's been awesome. Thank you. Roman Alexander, August 22nd, new EP. Check them out, guys. We'll see you soon.
Go Birds.
I love it.